Hello everyone, I am Vincenti from VincentiIL, and welcome to some more Direct Strike. This is a game that I played a couple days ago, and it was pretty fun. And also I played against WinterStarcraft along with some of his viewers, so I thought this might be a fun game to share. And it was a little while ago, so I don't remember exactly what happened, but as you can see, I randomed into Dehaka, and looks like I'm up against an Alarak here. Yeah, those are some folks on the other team alongside Winter. I'm pretty sure he was streaming during this. But anyway, we have a Tychus, and here I go into tier 2, and I should have enough for Dehaka before the next round starts. And looks like we have a second Alarak here. Who was I up against? I was up against Alarak, so I think I'm going to go for... Oh, I guess you can't really see if I'm using hotkeys in the replay, but I'm pretty sure I got Devour as my first upgrade. I guess we'll see when the Alarak wave spawns here. Oh yeah, here we go. This is when I noticed that it was Winter in game, and this is probably going to be a bit of a rough start. And yeah, WinterStarcraft is on OnlyFans. Wonderful. I think I'm going to go for an Impaler. Yep, there we go. I was kind of thinking Impaler might be good with the single target damage and the Tenderize research to try and nuke down Alarak as soon as possible. And so far we are kind of losing the early game. So there we go with Tenderize upgrade. I definitely don't have anything that's good against cleaning up a bunch of Zealots. And I forgot to take autocast off of Devour there, so that was a mistake. But I think we'll be okay going forward. I think because I think what I'm going to try and do almost every time is to use... Oh, there we go. I was able to knock down Alarak. I want to try and get rid of the detector, which is that... What is it called? Not the Energizer. The equivalent of the Sentry. Alarak's Sentry. But if I place down a worm, then I can use Devour to eat it up so that Alarak doesn't have detection. Got our next wave coming out. I don't think I actually got any more units. I just went to a second gas, which was probably a little early for that. Yeah, for that one I ended up just eating the Archon. Yeah, definitely would have been much better to get the... What is that thing called? I forget. What do I do here? I guess I was second guessing getting another Impaler. Okay, so this is a part where I went for Mutalisks. I think my thought process here is Alarak doesn't have a great deal of anti-air options. And yeah, I guess I just wanted to see how it would work here, especially because the Impalers aren't super effective against Mass Stalker, and really better against like single target heavy HP units. But here I got the Devour going on the Detector, and I think yeah, this is a little rough. I think, yeah, they're stacking with the next Alarak wave, which is not great. Not great at all. But we are separating out the supplicants from Alarak, so that helps so he doesn't last quite as long. And I think I wanted to get another Impaler, but I don't yeah, I won't have the money before the next wave starts. Okay, so I got my second Impaler and spreading them out a little bit, but I don't know. Oh, we do have a little bit of our Minx leaking into my Alarak, so that's good. But yeah, first thing first, gonna grab that. What is it called? Dang it. Okay, I had a chance to look it up. It's called a Havoc. That's gonna bother me. But yeah, my strategy here isn't working too great. And it looks like the other Alarak went straight to tier 3. And they're going for Mass Wrathwalker, which is an excellent choice against Tychus typically. Because of the heavy single target damage. Yeah, I really got to try and take down my Alarak wave a lot sooner. Because I'm helping them stack way too much. I think my Impaler held on for a little bit into that next wave, but I don't know, it's not working out super great. Alright, and our Tychus doesn't have detection yet, so we're getting we're getting a little bit of leakage of Havocs there from the other team, but that's alright. Oh, it looks like yeah, this Alarak went for tier 3 also. I think Winter was one of the Alaraks. Not the one that I was directly against, but maybe the other one. But yeah, we're actually doing pretty well. We got rid of most of those Wrathwalkers before they could do too much. So that worked out pretty well. I don't know. I have to pay more attention. I'm not sure if that was if that's going to continue. Dehaka's Mutalisks aren't too bad at damage. Their DPS is definitely a lot higher against air units. And I think the fact that the Slayer's blink definitely reduces the amount of damage output that makes Mutalisk really effective. But it looks like my Alarak is going for Wrathwalkers as well, and I think that would make Mutalisk still a better option because they're cheaper units, so you can get more of them, and that could reduce the effectiveness of the Wrathwalker single target damage. But if I think I got this third, I think I'm going to end up going like a handful of Mutalisk and then another Impaler here and there and just kind of keep up that build pattern. I think that's what I end up doing. But more Impalers means Alarak, the hero unit, goes down faster. And then it's not that big of a deal wrapping up, finishing up the Slayers, even though they blink back and stack a little bit. I still think it's a better option to go for the Havocs with Devour. I don't know if the range is quite there yet to reach the Wrathwalkers. But I think one reason that this works out really well is because even though the Slayers stack really easily, they don't do enough damage to kill all of my Mutalisks quickly. And so all of the aggro between the Wrathwalkers and the Slayers, they end up aggroing on all of that onto the Mutalisks, and that gives plenty of time for the Impalers to just kind of sit back and do their damage. And yeah, now I'm stacking all the way into my wave. And there we go. Taking the bunker. That's usually when I get my third gas. I'm not sure if I get it right away if I wait a little bit. And yeah, just doing what I can to get rid of the detectors. I think the other Alarak, I think Winter, has way more of the Havocs, so I think I'll still eat one of them. Or maybe I did. I missed if I did just now or not. But we're right on top of their planetary anyway, so I think they'll be able to detect my impalers, yeah. And now we end up getting to a pretty dicey situation. All of those Wrathwalkers, because they were basically on top of the enemy planetary, are leaking into that next wave. So it's now like although I do have a couple of Impalers there still just chewing them up. Yeah, that's 3 Wrathwalkers that I got for free. Very nice. I think that's a cue for me to get more. I think I got a 5th one, and now we're smooth sailing with that. Okay, looks like. Oh, they actually ran out of the Alaraks out of the Empower Me. So that timed out. Oh wait, is it back again? Or is that the next Alarak with the Empower Me? I guess they both went for tier 3 at around the same time then. So I don't think I did very well against that. Against an Alarak with a bunch of Wrathwalkers during Empower Me, so. But it's actually not that big of a deal because, well, okay, now it is. We have a couple sets of Wrathwalkers with that Artanis wave. Ooh, not great. Okay. Yeah, Minsk is doing exceptionally well here, I think. Yeah, and here we go. I was able to actually use the flamethrower breath thing to take out the Havoc this time. But I actually don't think I got a Devour off before I died. I'm not sure who outranges who, Impalers versus Wrathwalkers, but we do have, I think, 4 Impalers left going into this wave, into Tychus's wave, but ooh, yeah, it's just Tychus, no matter what, will always have a hard time against Wrathwalkers. I think I've seen some people do it really well, where they do a ton of micro with like cannonballs, stun, and things like that, but yeah, this is not looking so great. We have almost all the Immortals from the Artanis wave to deal with. But luckily, Dehaka can kind of tank a lot of that damage, and hopefully I can put a dent into this Alarak wave too before I die. Let's see. Man, yeah, the blue Alarak, as soon as they like even come close, just checking my score, it looks like I'm still participating. I'm contributing a little bit. The good thing is that the Wrathwalkers are very ineffective against the Mengsk wave because of all of the Zerglings and all the troopers. So I think that's keeping us pretty strong in this game. And I think my thought here with these swarm hosts, the primal hosts, I think is to try and draw some aggro and like waste some of the shots from the Wrathwalkers, because if they shoot the locusts, that's kind of a big waste. Yeah, I'm not really sure how this is going. I still had some Mutalisk cocoons drawing aggro, but they have so many Wrathwalkers. Yeah, definitely the Impalers. You don't want to be, you don't want them to be shooting things like supplicants. You don't want them to be doing that on cheap units. Kind of a waste. Same thing with what I was saying earlier about Wrathwalkers wasting attacks on troopers and on locusts. Yeah, luckily the stuff that does leak from Artanis isn't very effective against a bunch of Mutalisks or Impalers, so I do relatively well against that, but it's just a matter of... Yeah, it's just a matter of like doing a dent to my actual wave, which is not going great. Yeah, I think a tier 3 blaze, a tier 3 blaze with the reducing all incoming damage to 35 could be good, but it's just so expensive to get to there that by the time you get there, you have so many units attacking you. I think this Tychus will do it eventually. And that is a mothership. All right, let's eat that, please. There we go. Lovely. And yeah, I think the only reason we're doing as well as we are here... Oh, we had some of our burrowed units leak from last wave, and then Minsk did really well, I think, so that's a good thing. Okay, Alarak is dead before they can touch any of my Impalers and such. I'm wondering if it would have been better to put the swarm hosts in front of the Impalers, but I don't think... It's kind of a hassle to rearrange everything. Looks like here I'm getting some more Mutalisks, trying to delay some of that aggro even more. Alright, yeah. Bunch of I think the mothership is not a great choice because then my Mutalisk will start having some attribute bonus attack against air units, and I can just eat them like that. And then Minsk has... The Minsk Vikings do bonus damage against massive units, massive air units, which is pretty big. And that definitely includes motherships. Yeah, and then Tempests here I think are also not a great choice. I think if there's any of that Artanis leaking into my wave, I'll just annihilate it, and then, like I said, the Vikings do exceptionally well against them as well. Alright, got a few more Mutalisks trying to fill out a first, like, front line of Mutalisks. How you fit that in your mouth? I think he's probably talking about the Devourer. Especially when he eats the mothership. Like this, yoink. Tasty. That's my calories for the day. All right, and we're on top of the planetary. I don't think we're gonna wait. Are we gonna win here? No. Oh yes, yes, we did it. We won. All right, GG. I think the Mutalisk drawing aggro and letting the Impalers kind of do all of that damage didn't. I was not expecting that to work out the way that it did, but you know what? It was pretty cool seeing that unfold. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, consider hitting that like button, and if you want to see more, consider subscribing. But in any case, have a great day. Bye.